Hi everyone, Jembug here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have, a few days late, but we have a SPRINGFEST cottage. Obviously this was kind of, really I just wanted to do like a small little cottage that can't even get the words out. Already, Jen, okay. Anyways, I just wanted something that just kind of screamed spring. I think I accomplished it. Definitely on the outside. I'm actually pretty proud of the outside. If you guys have been here a while, you know how I do struggle with landscaping, and so I'm pretty proud of the fact that I was able to come up with this. It's a very overgrown feeling to it. Lots of flowers, very bright colored flowers, just to really signify spring and everything. I did include some SPRINGFEST decorations, but I did not actually go in and use the what is it called? The decoration box. The thing that you can decorate the outside of the houses. I didn't actually go in and use that to add more decorations to it. So I guess even though it's called SPRINGFEST Cottage, it's probably just more like spring cottage. Yeah. Anyways, yep, and then just right here adding the finishing touches on the house, and finally going on to the landscaping. Like I said, I use a lot of just bright colored flowers, and I really wanted it to feel overgrown and kind of like this cottage has been here for a while, and everything. So yeah, already getting out of breath. Was it today when I'm doing this? It's the first day of my second trimester, and it's just, yeah, being out of breath is it's one of the things that happens with me during pregnancy. So I apologize. I know it's probably pretty annoying, but like I could literally like sit here and restart the voiceover after like a 15-minute break, and I would just like the minute that I start talking, I would become out of breath again. So and there's just not really anything I could do about it. Anyways, I do go into the live edit objects and use some objects from that, primarily fencing. I use fencing, so this stone fence I use to kind of outline a little bit of the yard. There is is it a river or pond kind of in the back? I'm not sure if there's actually any fishing signs right there, but I just kind of imagined I didn't want to completely close in the yard, because I imagine the family that lives here really likes to go down and take advantage of that beautiful body of water. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's a river or a pond or lake or whatever, but they definitely go and use that. So I wanted it to be nice and open for them to just go whenever they felt like it. So now I'm partway through putting more flowers and stuff on the edge of the wall. Just really trying to go for that overgrown feeling, but with lots of pretty colors and flowers and everything. Yeah, and then of course, for me, springtime just screams, particularly cherry blossoms, but any blossoming tree really. It just screams that for me. I've lived in the DC area quite a bit in my lifetime, and that is something that is very big around here, is the cherry blossoms in the springtime. So that just really screams springtime for me. So I had to include included a cherry blossom tree. Yeah, and then anyways, just continuing with the flowers. I probably spent the most time just putting these flowers, like doing the landscaping and everything. It probably took me the longest of this, and like the whole speed build was just trying to landscape with the flowers and everything. But like I said earlier, I'm pretty happy with the outcome. Back here, I thought maybe we needed a little break from all the flowers, so I just did, you know, some bushes back here. But I thought because it was so overgrown everywhere else that it would have looked weird if I didn't put any foliage there. Yeah, so. And then this is just the last side of the house to put some of the flowers against. And then of course the little bit of dirt. And then, yep, here I am going back into the live edit objects to pull out some more fencing. This time I go for the these log-like fencing. And this is a little gardening area. I did want to go into the hidden objects, the debug menu, and pull out some actual plants, but because this is a spring build, I'm not super familiar with which plants exactly are for springtime. So I just thought I'd leave that for whoever wants to play with this house. They can go in, and the garden is all set up. All you gotta do is plant the seeds. Yeah. And then right here, this is kind of the very first idea I had for the house. Is I wanted to do something obviously with lots of flowers and spring colors, but I wanted to add these little eggs just to kind of get ready for SPRINGFEST. So that's what I was just doing there, and that's about it for the outside. I add a light, and I head on into the inside. So this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath cottage. It's relatively small, which I tend to like to build smaller houses. I guess I feel more comfortable doing that. Yeah, so I do take advantage of the new country kitchen kit. This is the very first time that I'm using anything. I got the country kitchen kit, and I got the Bust the Dust kit. I did not get the, was it the 90s athletic kit or whatever it is. Guys, I think there's so much athletic stuff in this game already. Like, I just feel like it's so much. But I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that, you know, were super excited about that kit as well. But I did not purchase that one. Anyways, like I said, I'm using the country kitchen kit. I mean, honestly, it's gorgeous. I really like everything, especially these little decorative items here that I'm pulling out. Those are just, they add, like, you could add them to like any kitchen and it would kind of give like a subtle country kitchen vibe, you know? They're perfect and I love them, and they match really well with the objects that are already in game, like this utensil holder that I pulled out and put next to the stove. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it here. I would have liked, I know we have lots of rugs, but I think I would have enjoyed having, if they came out with a rug for the country kitchen, but you know, I mean, it is what it is. I definitely knew that I wanted to include a fireplace in this house, and I mean, this fireplace is, yeah, you might think that it doesn't necessarily fit in with the whole aesthetic of the house, but I was really going for more of a wood burning stove that people have in their house to heat their homes, and not so much just, you know, like a fancy fireplace to just, you know, put on when you just want you know, little fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's the fireplaces that are more for like decor and just kind of being a mood, and then there's the fireplaces that are actually literally there to like help heat your home, and that's what I was going for. So yeah. And then yeah, just the living room. Everything right here in this main area is just, you know, kind of smushed together since it is such a small home, but I think it ends up working out pretty well. I do use a lot of greens and blues on the inside. Of course, yellow. And yeah. Bringing in some, you know, of course, some more flowers. We can't have all the flowers just outside. We have to have flowers inside too. Yeah, so I'm just finishing that. And then right here in the little, this little back area, I decided to make a little, like a little music area. I picture this family. They're not big on like electronics or anything. They have like that tiny little TV that they barely watch. But what they're really big into is obviously outdoors and music. And they actually kind of, you know, we'll get together and just kind of have little family jam sessions every once in a while. So I decided to add that. And then this shelf here also came with the country kitchen, but it was, I didn't have room for it in the kitchen, and I don't know, I just was in a mood that I didn't want to size it down, so I didn't. The bathroom is probably the room that doesn't quite fit the like aesthetic as the rest of the house. It's a darker, kind of darker tones, which you'll see here in a minute. Yeah, not gonna lie, I totally just like had to burp a couple times, so and I don't feel like necessarily redoing that spot, so yeah, sorry. Anyways, hopefully the music kind of, you know, fills the gap a little bit. But like I said, bathroom's a little bit of a different aesthetic than the rest of the house, but I do end up really liking it. And then we are moving on to the master bedroom. This one I think I use more of a teal, teal coloring with like the bed. I don't know, maybe mint. I don't know what you would call it. Whatever that color is, that's what I use for the master bedroom. And yeah, the bedrooms are pretty simple just because they are quite a bit smaller. And I don't imagine that these Sims spend a whole lot of time in their rooms anyway, so it's very lightly decorated, and there's just not like really anything to do. Like, especially the parents' room, it's like, you know, you got clothes, you got a place to sleep, and that's it. And then the kids' bedroom, which I have taken advantage of the brand new bunk beds. Well, they're not exactly brand new. They've been out for a little bit now, but they're new for me. I haven't used them yet. I took advantage of those, and for this, I imagine it's two girls. One of them is more into like girly stuff, and then the other one is definitely, you know, just loves being outdoors. I did consider placing the Scouts board in the house a couple of times for her, but there just wasn't really a lot of room. Yeah, but anyways, that's kind of what I'm thinking of them. And it's definitely mismatched room, but I mean, you know, there's two of them. They gotta make this bedroom work, you know? Yeah, so I do imagine that they're a little bit of like an older, some older kids, like borderline like preteen type of thing. So they're, you know, outgrowing toys and everything. I do add one of the big stuffed animals and then the little doctor playset. Yeah, and then we are coming up on the screenshots very shortly. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider leaving it a thumbs up. If you'd like to stick around, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And as always, leave any comments or suggestions down below. And I will see you guys in my very next video. Bye bye!